one year in particular, we went to go see Drake Bell and Corbin Bleu in concert. It was a hell of a show. But the real show was this thing called a Beef Sunday. And if you don't know what a Beef Sunday is, you're better off. But it is a heaping pile of mashed potatoes with a steak slapped on top, smothered in gravy with a cherry tomato on top, because, it's a Sunday. But the craziest part about it is that they were feeding these things, these beef sundaes, to these animals. And some of them were so fat, they couldn't even stand under the weight of their own 2 feet. They had to be wheeled around in wheelchairs to go see all the real animals. Too dark? I shit you not. Literally, the copy for the Iowa State Fair this year was 11 days of deep fried butter and anything you can eat on a stick. Is this heaven? Nope. It's the Iowa State Fair. I was at the dentist a couple weeks ago, and right in the middle of my cleaning, my dentist leaned over and he went, "How does it feel to be from Iowa?" It's just a weird way to ask anyone that. I mean, how does it feel to be from a flyover state? How does it feel to be white trash? And then it came to me. The best way to describe how it feels to be from Iowa can be summarized like this. When I was probably 12 or 13, I flew to Portland, of all places, for a sleepaway camp. And when they pick you up at the airport, they send counselors. So the very first thing this counselor said to me when he found out that I'm from Iowa is, "Oh, you probably eat corn the long way." Fuck that guy. I didn't get it then, but I get it now. Fuck that guy. But my gullible ass ate it up. I was like, no, what are you talking about? No. We just cover it in butter and go to town. That's alright. He went by a roundhouse and he hit his head so hard skateboarding he had to learn how to walk again. So you gotta let him win sometimes. So as one could imagine, I grew up pretty sheltered growing up in Iowa. So I've taken it upon myself to explore the wonderful world of genitalia that Morgan seems to be well versed in. So now I'm going to take you on a little journey with me. And our first stop is more of an adjacent. I'm talking about polyamory. And for those of you that are 90% vanilla and above, that means orgies. I just have a few questions. I mean, honestly, like, what do you call a petite poly person? Right? They're a Polly Pocket. Or a male, Polly Rocket. Or a female, it's a Polly Socket. How about a virgin? They're about to be pickpocketed. So put it all in a sentence. When a Polly Pocket gets lonely, they call their 10 closest Polly Rockets and Polly Sockets, invites them over for a Polly party, and they all get real sticky together and form a Polly Locket. Our next stop is the fantastic and whimsical world of drag. And this one is coming from personal experience from when I lived in when I lived in LA. There's no drag in Iowa. The only drag is behind a fucking tractor. So, my girlfriend and I one night decided to go to a drag bingo night at a local brewery. And we made the mistake of sitting right in the front row. And before the game started, the drag queen was trying to get everyone riled up, but the room was just absolutely dead. So they chose someone out of the crowd to bring up and make a point. So they're scanning the stage, the crowd, they go, eeny, meeny, miny, you. Do any of you guys know what it feels like to be hunted for sport by a drag queen? It's terrifying. You can see the hunger in their eyes. So they brought me up on the stage, and they went, when I say benign, you say at least it's not cancerous. Oh yes, and if you don't say it loud enough, I'm gonna whip you. Now bend over that bench. Benign. I showed weakness. At least it's not cancerous. Louder. Benign. At least it's not cancerous. Bingo. Any questions? It was pretty effective, so y'all better laugh. Oh, I'm glad that worked. That was the new one. I was quite sure about the future. Yeah. Oh, man, I'm pretty excited. I've been thinking about the future a lot recently, and I've got to say, I'm pretty excited to become an old man. Because when you're an old person, it kind of gives you a hall pass to say the craziest shit. And for example, when I was in high school, I was on a chairlift with one of my friends, and he was telling me about a fight that he had with his parents. And his argument was, if I'm old enough to grow a mustache, I'm old enough to choose my own bedtime. Which, if you're making that argument, you're wrong. But the seemingly nice old man that was on the chairlift with us, he decided to chime in, and he went, son, to be honest, you're better without the mustache. It makes you look kind of like the kind of guy that takes peanut butter and puts it on his wiener and invites the family dog into the room. That was the last time I saw someone cry on a chairlift. Last time I cried was at the gas pump this morning. Oh man, shit's astronomical. It hurts. It hurts. If only other things were as valuable as gas. Like, imagine if human flatulence was as valuable as gas. Yeah, we're going into fart jokes. Right? We'd all be able to make money in our sleep. Yeah, my grandkids they'd have it made. I'm talking generational wealth, right? Old Babby was a gas tycoon. He'd constantly answering questions like, oh, fossil fuels? No, we drive Teslas. He was in flatulence. Oh, yeah. Speaking of driving around, have you guys seen these people driving around in the car by themselves with masks on? It just doesn't make any sense to me. It's like jerking off with a condom on, right? You're still fucking alone. But then the more I think about it, the more suspicious I get. And what if those people in the car by themselves with masks on are not, in fact, by themselves? There's someone else in there, you just can't see them because they're tied up in the back. It changes things a bit, right? Dude, according to this person's questionable moral compass, a little dick in the butt while serving 25 to life for kidnapping, worth it for the thrill. But a Q-tip in the nostril at the urgent care drive-thru? Fuck that shit, I've got places to be. Thank you guys, you're awesome. My name's